When I was in kindergarten, we would take frequent trips to the art museum, and the teacher, the parent chaperones, and the museum workers would emphasize to us to not touch the art. And I would read the signs that clearly said, do not touch. So, what did I do? I would slowly drag my feet, wait for the entire class to get ahead of me, and then I would look around for the art that had the most color and texture. I would run over to it, place my feet at the edge of the do not cross line, take my index finger and touch the art with the tip of it, and then I would run to catch up with the rest of the class. And from time to time, I would get caught, and my parents would be called, and I would punish myself before they could. I would come home crying like, I'm not going outside today because I'm going to clean my room, clean the bathroom, wash the dishes, and do this and do that. And my parents would think to themselves, we were just going to tell her she couldn't go outside today. And this may seem cute and harmless, but I developed into an adult who believed that if I did enough good things, I could cover my wrongs or the wrongs committed against me. And this makes sense for the little girl who figured that if she cleaned her room, she wouldn't have to deal with the shame of getting in trouble at school. And shame is this feeling of guilt and humiliation that overcomes us when we have done something wrong or something has been done wrong to us. And for the little girl, she experienced legitimate shame because she did something wrong. And for that, we are to confess, ask for forgiveness, and actively turn away from our sins. However, for this video, I want to focus on the type of shame we experience when we haven't done anything wrong. And this is the case for Remnants of Gunfire. This is the case for my abuse. I believe that if I just didn't go there or talk to him or was smarter about the situation, it wouldn't have happened. And so I believe that it was my fault, and shame became this monster that lived in my heart and in my mind and built a home and just refused to leave. And I believe that he deserved to live there. And so I started to wonder, like, what destroys shame? And I can tell you this, it's not something we can change by increasing our resumes or saying positive affirmations or feeling good vibes or acting like it wasn't a big deal what has happened. But one thing I did discover, that there is something that can truly bring about a change and a transformation, and it's the cross of Christ. And I say that for two reasons: that God brings justice on our behalf, and he empathizes with us. God's justice is shown by him being grieved and angry by the sins of the world. And this includes my sins, as well as the sins that have been committed against me. This includes my abuse, and that they were major offenses. Like, men have raped and molested me. I needed to grieve the losses attached to those sins and admit that there are scars there, scars that will be there until glory. And yes, I have experienced healing, but I won't get it all on this side of eternity. And it also shows me that God empathizes with me while enduring the cross for the sins of the world. He was betrayed, he was mocked, he was abused, he was crucified. So not only does God see me, but he understands and he knows. So this is pretty freeing, right? Like, the hurt little girl and teenager doesn't have to stay in the prison of shame, because Jesus experienced shame, Jesus absorbed shame, and Jesus has announced that shame's reign is over. That's really dope. And understanding that has allowed me to seek help from a licensed therapist. It has also allowed me to share this pain with my friends and my family. And most of all, it has allowed me to open up myself to God so he can put his unconditional love in that space. And when we don't, The enemy uses that to destroy us and teaches us to treat hope like a contaminated substance. So what destroys shame? Not positive affirmations, not self-love, not acting like what happened wasn't that big of a deal, not cleaning ourselves up. God destroys shame, and God continues and will always destroy shame. So fix your eyes on Jesus, the founder and finisher of our faith. For the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand throne of God.